guys,
Hello.
I'm a student of 11B and I'm going to take seminar. Before starting the session, I want to ask something. What is the full form of computer? Anybody knows? Guys, anybody know? Or I should say, okay guys, I will be saying. C means commonly, O means operated machine, P means particularly, U for used for the, T for technical, and E for educational and research. This is the full form of computer. See, can you see guys? Computer we can see everywhere around the earth. In the field of education and research, travel, tourism, forecasting. Nowadays, computer had made our life very easy, guys. And without computer, there no company are working nowadays. So they are written paperless. Computer have now become an indivisible part of our life. Computer have revolutionized our life with accuracy, speed, performing a job. It is truly remarkable. Nowadays computer have everywhere. It is a very fast machine, and with how accuracy, speed, performing a job, it is truly remarkable. Today no organization can function without a computer. In fact, various organizations have become paperless. Computer have evolved over the years from a simple calculating device to high speed portable computer. In this generation, nowadays there is no use of a paper. Only there is a use of a computer only. In olden generation, we can take in olden generation, computer was stable at only one place. It occupies one full room. But now in this generation, we can take and go and computer at anywhere. For example, calculator. It's a very high speed calculator, and we can, if we in maths, it's very helpful for our. What is computer, guys? Anybody know what is computer, guys?
Yes, it is an electronic device.
Correct. Computer, it is an electronic device process that out input according to the set of instruction provided to it and gives desired output very fast. It means if we type in a keyboard, it gives command to the computer, and the computer present in the screen at very fast rate. This is the meaning of this computer. Generation of computer. In several ways, our computer have developed. At last generation and all, the computer was occupy one full room, and in this generation nowadays we can take and go anywhere. Based on a various stages development, computer can categorize into different generation. If now I said that point, no, this is also saying that point only. First generation, guys, please mark it. This may be asked in 1 mark also. In first generation, 1942 to 1955, they developed vacuum tubes. It was big in size and consumed more power. For example, it consumed more electric. Malfunction due to overheat. It malfunction due to overheat. It means that when the computer was overheating, it was not getting the command, and it was not processing correctly. Second generation, 1955 to 1964, they made a transistor. It was smaller compared to the first generation. In first generation, they made vacuum tubes, but in this second generation, they made a transistor. It was smaller than the first generation. Generates less heat. It was generating less heat according to the first generation. Consume less power compared to the first generation. It consumed less electricity and power source. Punch cards were used. In this generation also, nowadays using punch cards only. For example, Intel Core hard disk, like that and all. First operating system was developed batch processing programming operating system. Ground of Computer was determined by the develop in technology new. Machine language was assembly. Machine language as well as assembly language was used. Computer in computer there was a two language. One was a computer language and assembly language, which we were typing in the keyboard. That is an assembly language. Third generation, 1964 to 1975. Integrated circuit. I see this may be asked in abbreviation also. So please mark it. Computers were smaller, faster, and more reliable. Consume less power. Computer was little bit smaller, and we can take and go at a migration from one place to another place. High level languages were used in computer. High level languages were used that some only if we are complete our degree, then we can understand. Fourth generation, 1975 to 1980, microprocessor, smaller and faster. It was in small and faster. For example, memory card. It is smaller, but it can store many storages. Like that only. It was smaller, but it was too faster. Microcomputer series such as IBM and Apple were developed in that generation. In fourth generation, it was developed. IBM and Apple were developed. Computer were used. Portable computer means and it means that we can take the computer and from moving one place to another place. For example, PC. Fifth generation, 1980 till now, ultra large scale integration ULSI. Parallel processing. Parallel processing means two processing. Superconductors drastically reduced. According to the first generation, it occupies one full room, but in this generation, computer we can it was reduced. For example, PC can recognize image and graphics. In olden, in first generation, it was only black and white, but in this generation, there is a images and graphics we can see in colorful also. Introduction of artificial intelligence and experts. Introduction of artificial is expert system. Expert system means example scanner, and artificial intelligence we all know only. If it able to solve high complex problem, including decision making and logical reasoning. It means able to solve a complex problem, including decision. Example of binary coding. It convert the natural language. It is binary coding. Sixth generation in future. In future, parallel and distributed computing. In sixth generation, they are just going to talk about robotics. That a robot can could understand our feeling also. In sixth generation, they are going to explain this only. Computer have become smarter, faster, and smaller. Computer has become too much smarter and smaller also. Development of robotics. That I was saying no. Development of robotics that if a robot in sixth generation they are going to make that a robot can understand our feelings and they can work through that. Natural languaging processing was there. Development of voice recognized software in robotics. If we say anything to robot, that it understand our voice and recognize the software.